Yeah, it looks pretty good. Let's try the camera further away. Looks better like that, I think. Right. Tea's made. A maid that comes and makes your tea first thing in the morning and then sucks your teeth. Your teeth. Now, there was this thing called the tea's maid, and apparently it was revolutionary. However, I feel that a flask and making a cup of hot drink, tea, coffee, whatever, before you went to bed would do the same thing without burning your house down due to electrical fires. And I was right. Now, the other thing I did is maybe I was supposed to delete the D64 Atari source, but we've got space at the moment. But I've done something called early arcade, didn't it? Because they're D64s, right? Let's see. There goes the D81. Let's start with the first one. Because basically, if you had a computer early, so we're talking, 1982, 83, my first computer was Christmas 1983, you would have been playing basically arcade knockoffs and some really weird original games. But you probably would have bought it to play arcade games if you're a gamer. So I put loads of them together. So what I've tried to do is put a good version on there. I've tried as hard as I can to keep them back to like before 1985. That's really when things started to change. '84 saw a lot of games that weren't based on the arcade. So, although I believe Beam Rider seems a bit of a shameless knockoff of is it Juno 6? You're not. Didn't I put fucking Commodore Invaders on here? Let's get the ashtray stroke plate. It's great, I put everything in there, but Avengers not in there. We had a slight problem creating these D81 images. Okay, we won't start with Space Invaders then. I wonder what happened to all the put all the Atari soft together, I know that. Anyway, let's play Battle Chopper. Battle Chopper is an unusual game, but it's the type of game you would have had in like 82, 83 in the arcades. Ya Kung Fu was a bit out of step. It wasn't that much more before Gradius, and it looks decidedly shit for a top end arcade machine, which it allegedly was. I think I played the Ark Kung Fu on the BBC Micro. Seem to have a memory of that. More to do with the echoey internal speaker blaring out. So I done that, cleared the screen. Oh, good, right. This game is fiendishly difficult. Another early arse fuck for the Spectrum and the Amstrad sound chip. What's it going to sound like on the Amstrad? Well, I'm still having my rolled up. It's quite an impressive game actually. Never had this. Apparently nobody knows who did this game, which is a shame really. Now after all these decades, someone would have found a review of it in some magazine. So I can't read what it says there. Look at that explosion, eh? It is a good game. Look at the animation as well. We'll move the remote off the speaker. Interestingly, you can't adjust the filters on this game before you start it. So it will sound slightly different on different 6581s. I don't do the 8580, thank you. Yeah, I could really do with a decent breakfast that doesn't include fucking cigarette rolling papers, but there you go. Now I actually drank from this, so didn't make it just before I went to bed either. But anyway, bloody hell, they keep getting me in it. I don't have my CRT glasses. I did probably just as bad as the computer did. I'm as good as the computer at playing this game. Yeah, be careful what you fucking believe in. Hey! So the controls are not flight controls. Up is up. Ooh, you can only get so many hits. The radar does actually show you. Looking at the radar is even worse so, because your eyes are so far away from the action. The key is to use the radar. And your shots have to be high enough. So this is how arcade companies make their money at the end of the day. Hey! It's a very difficult game. But you need loads of practice. Get out of their way. Spam fucking phone calls, isn't it? Hey, 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 hey. First thing you've got to do is get your sights right up the top. So, yeah, see, anyway. I can't see well enough first thing. That's an afternoon game for me now. But back then as a kid, as soon as you wake up, mate. Yay! I wonder what happened to the CBM stuff. Well, Golf is in there, so why isn't Avenger in there? Like I said, creating the disk images, it did fuck up. And not all of the stuff was saved. I was saving fairly regularly. There we go, here's the lighter. It's the same rolled up, don't moan. Obviously the camera footage is coming out horrendous. Let's see, it was where the arcade one then. Oh, there it is. Why didn't I see it before? One that looks like the VIC-20 version with the fat graphics. That is the C64 version. The one with the slimmer graphics. That is the Commodore Max machine cartridge. Yeah, I think this one is the C64. Actual C64 release. The other version obviously runs on the C64. Pay attention in class. I did play Avenger on the VIC-20 though. So I don't know. There's 3 games, well, 5 games I remember on the VIC-20 that I definitely owned. But anyway. I think I did have Avenger as a cartridge. The one I'm not sure about is Laser Zone. So I definitely didn't have that on the C64 because it looks completely different. It was a VIC-20 one that I had, so I only had a VIC-20 for a small amount of time. Let's work this out. Less than 3 months, I think. The memories have all gone, mate. For all I know, it could have been end of school term, start of the school Christmas holidays, and we could have gone to it was definitely Lasky's anyway, and got a VIC-20 then, in which case I had a VIC-20 for just over 2.5 months. Yeah, I know, not very long, but I still had half as many games for it in that short period as I had for the VCS, which I had for about 3 years. 3.5 years if you count how long it took to get a C64. And don't just hate it when the roll-ups won't go out. I think it's this one. It's the shortest one. Just go out already. which is what my mum used to say. My mum didn't like me being indoors playing computer games all the time, especially if any friends come round. She was like, why don't you go outside, play on your bikes? Less cleaning up for her to do. Nothing to do with sunshine, health or anything. Of course this joystick pulled the fucking one in it, of course mate. I think there may actually be more Invaders than the arcade, wasn't it? 8 across on the arcade. Ah, we missed the UFO, you bastard. The V mothership, but I hadn't seen V by the time this came. I believe it took about 9 months for V to be shown in the UK. ITV premiere. Is Mad Commodore using the Nagoya method? Not really. Whee! That was quite good for me. So it's absolutely fine if all you've played back then was Space Invaders in the arcade. Now famously Space Invaders on the VCS, that's where it's at for the Space Invaders action for me. Because whoa! It doesn't sound like the arcade and it don't look like it. But it plays the same. So that's the thing. Oh, we actually got the thing. The UFO. Good, good. Yeah, put it this way. I'm more likely to load up Stella and play the VCS version than load up MAME and play the arcade version. So there you go. And it's all about the gameplay in the Croydon branch. No! Yeah, you don't get the whole Croydon branch business. I know that, mate. I know. Ooh, suit you, madam. We're not gonna. It's all about protecting the bases now. Got to get a row of these down. So yeah, I mean, like Pac-Man, Space Invaders was a fine game, but as a home game, there's a limit to how many days you're gonna play it. Even if it was arcade perfect. So yeah, like I said, it has nothing to do with nostalgia. So, but then that goes for every system that isn't the VCS. I mean, this is just going to go on forever. So maybe I would have lost a few more lives with a Point Master joystick, but you just don't get the longevity with things like Pac-Man and Space Invaders. And I suppose Galaxian too. I might watch War Games later. I might go and do some work on the car. It looks dry outside and it is pretty damn sunny today, so well, no, it's not hot at all. Yeah, the D64s are lower down for some reason. Anyway, really need to clean up this directory. So I put Tales of the Arabian Nights because the first level is similar to Arabian, the arcade game. I can't remember who does it. And look, like I've put there's Moon Patrol and the Atari soft discs, but there's also Moon Buggy by Anirog and Battle Through Time. So we've just done stuff like that, really. Now, Firefighter Mario, I don't know if that was actually released. I don't know if it actually made it to the shops. But that is a Vanguard clone, so that is the only Vanguard clone. So anyway, that was a Commodore cartridge, which I believe was £15. So this was like what Invaders was like. For me, this is the live wire version of Space Invaders, and it came with the Bo Jolly Value Pack, which is here. I'm not doing any epic music. The channel's gone fucking seriously unpromoted, and probably loads of busy people, but there you go. The Value Pack. Value Pack is definitely the nicest of the compilations, possibly. You know, that can go there precariously on that one, innit? It's a better title screen than the Commodore cartridge. This is 1984, which is when I had a C64, obviously. So it didn't come out before. It's maybe joystick port 2, there's no way to know actually. Well, space isn't starting the game. F7. Alright, you have to press control, do you? What a weird thing. And it is joystick port 2. Oh, no. Oh, that's a bit. Probably wouldn't have made it, but it isn't hardware collision detection there. No, it's too fast, alright. Is there a bit of slowdown going on? Right. There you go, we've got this stupid UFO, stupid! So there you go, you get the idea with Space Invaders. Now, why am I doing this? One, I thought this would be something that I should do for myself. I've kind of put a cut-off point somewhere between Green Beret and games like Tapper. Green Beret is a phenomenally difficult game to convert to something that isn't the C64. So there's a lot of sprites, so the Atari gets fucked there with their 8 pixel wide 4 to 5 sprites, depending how you use them. We are in joystick port 2, yes. So obviously I put all the Parker Brothers stuff in there as well. So I'm trying to think if I did any other discs. We did Atari Soft, so it's very hard to read that actually. There's that one there. There you go. Bloody colour round bullshit. So there was another Space Invaders that I stuck on one of the discs. I should have put it on that one really, because that's the one that has the Space Invaders games. It could be any one of these. Let's do an alphabetical sort. Yeah, see, I'll put Terra Cresta in there because Terra Cresta is the earliest C64 game, which felt like, wow, this machine's really good at doing arcade games. Oh, okay, it's a problem. I did put it on one of the discs. Make sure we've been clicking on the D81 directories for a start. No, there you go. I did put ER Kung Fu on there because it is quite a simple looking thing. No, I don't know. It's like I said, we had a bit of a crash putting this stuff together. Yeah, definitely not in here. So unless I've accidentally put it on a D64 image, which is possible. No, that's just the stuff left over from various things. I stuck it in the Atari Soft thing. It'd be a bit weird, but I might have run out of memory, but no, I didn't do that. So I can't remember what it's called, so we go straight to another unknown game, Pac-Man, which is what Pac-Man was called in America, and for reasons why they changed it, because Westerners are fucking disrespectful little cunts as far as the teens and the young adults in the arcade go. I'm out of very drinkable body temperature coffee. But my experiment would have worked. It's just that I made my coffee probably 2-3 hours before I went to bed, and I drank 2 flask cups worth. There you go, them small ones. Now, you might have to wait for this. It might be joystick port 1, I don't know. It's not joystick port 1. Yeah, joystick port 2, so... I don't know if that says 83 or 85 actually. Doesn't really matter. Yeah, there's no exits on this, but other than that, it's probably the best early version. Look at those big bollocks there with some green something or other on them. I don't know, mate. I don't know, innit? So there's no exits on this, but other than that, It's pretty damn close, actually. Certainly a lot better than Sprite Man, so there you go. Just kind of avoiding them at the moment because I need to clear up some of the area. Because there's a lot of power pelletings. That's probably how I played it. Not really for score, just to do a level and then I can say, I played it, can I have another game now, Mum, Dad, whatever. Yeah, I never got Pac-Man. I remember my mate got Pac-Man for his VCS. So I didn't think there was anything wrong with it. It's just I played Pac-Man in the arcade and it really wasn't doing it for me. So yes, this is not the way you should have done it, Mad Commodore. So we've only got one fucking bit left. See, we have to make it all the way up here. So luckily they don't change direction. So I didn't really want to eat the ghost. I'm sorry, I'm vegan. I don't eat ghost. Crap, see, that's what happens when you eat them. They become a problem. See? Ooh, we've got to get rid of this asshole. We've done the level. Good, don't have to play that anymore. So apart from the fact that there's no exits, that's really good. There are loads of Pac-Man clones for the C64. And if Pac-Man was your thing, then yeah, you probably would have bought something more expensive than Mastertronics Munch Mania. Yeah, great. Yeah, slight disagreement between the kitty cats. Perhaps this is a time for me to make some coffee. What do you reckon, Chucky? That's where my hat is, on the fucking floor. I hate being night blind. It's shit. Driving in the daytime is for wankers, mate. I hate driving in the daytime, I really do. Fucking bullshit. Driving at 3-4 o'clock in the morning, that's the best, mate. And I'm not going to insert that clip from the business with the wolves in Terminator, the Sarah Connor Chronicle Season 2. Yeah. No, sir. Why is there an Atari Soft T64 thing there? Anyway, I'll go straight to the A/D81. There you go. I seem to remember Pac-Man being better than Ms. Pac-Man as far as the C64 version goes. Although it could have been on the VCS. I don't know anymore, mate. Just leave me alone, innit? So I put all sorts of games on there, like Bosconian 2. It's got to be some sort of... Yeah, joystick port 1, pressing the left button or whatever does some sort of reset on the games. It's the same key. I hate that. So this isn't better than Pac-Man. It's the wrong aspect ratio. It does have the exits though, which are useful for people who are not expert at this game. The fruit looks better because it's smaller. Ooh, shit, icking. I definitely didn't have this game. So I've done quite a lot. Let's go this way. They do actually change direction. So they got that right, but like I said, there's all sorts of Pac-Man games on the old Condom 64. So, you know, you've got plenty of options there. There you go. Okay, there. Ooh. I don't actually want to get him anyway. I've done a knob stroke level. Oh, actually. Have a bit of a freak out in it. This is very bad though, because he's right there. And he's heading towards the last set of dots, which I don't really like. Ah, crap. So playing this with a Point Master joystick would not have been fun, mate. Done a level in it. So I don't know what happened to that Space Invaders thing. I'll have to put that on for like later. But there's loads of games here, and this isn't going to be like one sitting on the camera sort of job. I haven't actually played C64 games all week. That has nothing to do with what anyone might say to me about my YouTube channel. I didn't play any C64 games. Now, there are other early arcade games that I used to play that I didn't have on the C64. Another one is Ladybug, but I don't think that's in here. I hope that doesn't mean yeah, it's early arcade here. I hope that doesn't mean Galaga and Galaxian are also missing, because I did copy them. Yeah, Zerons is not in here, but yeah. So I got Gat Plus, Galaga and Galaxian. Now I didn't test if this works like this, because there was all sorts of like weird characters and stuff. But they were taking up like 0 blocks. So I presume they were just there for directory decoration, as I like to call it. Vaginal rejuvenation for the Commodore 64 directory listing. Make it look more funky than in today's modern age. So I'm watching Mr. Robot at the moment, and I believe I finished watching Mr. Robot because I made it to level 1 at the end of season 1, but the last couple of episodes it was a bit, you know what, it's coffee time. The camera will have to stay on me. I need to give the cats a bit of double helping of what for. I leave the music on for the Amstrad and Spectrum owners to commit Harry TV. have done it more than maybe 30 seconds quicker than that, because there was a lot of water to boil. There you go. See, if I haven't cleared the screen, I'm pressing no for any trainers. Trainer, no. Yeah, great, we have to memorise the fucking meant use colour ramp, motherfucker. The fucking coders are such a bunch of fucking, well, not coders, sceners. They do the bare minimum. They do what they want to do, and then the rest of it is bare minimum. So they're pretty much, actually, even if you had the 1541 Ultimate, that wouldn't make a difference. That's just bad coding. You know, there's old kernel ROMs out there, mate. And you know, the real Commodore 64 experts only use early bread bins by choice. We'll play Xerons then, which is the only option I would have had back then. There we go. I put Venture on there because I like Venture, but Venture wasn't a thing on the C64. It was on the ColecoVision. And the C64 port is very similar to what the Coleco one is. And I did have a ColecoVision. I believe it was 85. I don't believe I would have bought a ColecoVision in 86 because that's when I had a ST. That doesn't make sense to me. The lovely analog waveforms of SID. Yeah, keep the music going while I make a roll up. Fuck you if you don't like it. It's probably just me watching it as usual anyway. Possibly with my nephew watching silently, and while silently I think I'm typing. Yeah, running out of tobacco, I have to be careful today. Although I only have to last until tomorrow morning, so let rip with your tobacco, man, Commodore. Let rip, sir. There's a couple of channels that don't come on my channel for a while. One is quite flaky. Pretend to watch my videos, but I know he doesn't because I mentioned his name in the channel. And he never comments on that. So, whereas, like, you know, if I say about John Gage's brother being a plumber, you know, he has picked up on that. So obviously John Gage does watch my videos. Just doesn't watch them live. Maybe he doesn't want to be involved with you riff-raff in the chat, which is probably just me. But anyway, for some reason I feel like watching late 70s iconic sci-fi movies, possibly early 80s. Before the disease that is FM synthesis ruined it. No need for them. Fairlight existed pretty quickly after that, so let's play the game, man, Commodore. We'll find the wife and she actually standing by her. Yeah, anyway. There, mate. Keep your knickers on your beak. Yeah, please. Keep them on. I don't have sex with you. Please. I'm here. That tiny little loop is better than any Amstrad music coming out of a real CPC. There you go. I said it there, what? High score, reset, thank you. Where's my fucking CRT glasses actually? So yeah, I never had Exerons, as the Greeks would call it, Exerons. I'm allowed to say that, mate. I've got dual nationality. Fuck you! Age restrict this motherfucker. This has been age restricted a long time ago. Plays absolutely fine. If you like Galaxian, you'd have been happy with this. This needs a graphic hack. Really does, actually. Of course it's too bright. It's hard to set up this camera. I don't know if I would buy a digital camcorder though. Might do, I don't know. Wouldn't be for this channel though. For me to spend any money on this channel, every time I do a live premiere, I need 11 people minimum watching. That's the bare minimum. That's half what any other regular live streamer would do. They're about 20-25 on a bad day, so you know. Usually it's 2 and nobody talking. And one of them is me, so technically it's 1. So you know. The channel is just not popular enough for me to spend like 200 quid on a camera for the channel. I'm not going to do it. I don't care if you don't like the video quality. This is not archive.org, mate. If you like these games, fucking cigarette smoke from the cigarette in my hand is going up my fucking nostrils. This wouldn't have been a problem in the arcade because of the way they did the arcade controls for Galaxian. Bit distracted by the big van that just went past me and fucking blinded me, but luckily there you go. Yeah, I'm sure that's the same version of Galaxian that I've covered already, so I think Gallagher is by the same people, so it's going to be the same idiotic not clearing the colour RAM properly business. Slapdash, mate. Another early C64 game I had was World Series Baseball, which was done by the old Imagine, and Ocean got it for free. It was pretty much finished. You could see it running in the background. And there are 2 arcade games that look pretty much identical to that. So another game I played was Asteroids. I did actually play Asteroids on the VCS. I borrowed it off my mate Keith. And because we swapped cartridges, I got the shitty end of the deal because he got something like Berserk. I don't know. And it was okay, but nothing like the arcade. Didn't sound like the arcade, didn't look like the arcade. Didn't really play like the arcade. No. Asteroids. That's a shit version of Popcorn, mate. Of course, it's joystick port too, so. Yeah, she's not bad if you just want a game of Asteroids as such. Obviously the best version update to Asteroids ever, even to this day, is Super Stardust. Oh, this one's a real cunt, actually. Game over. Well, that counts as a level one. I'm done, mate. Just fucking get on with it, you stupid fucking system. So the inertia's not bad. It's really the amount of angle you can get compared to the arcade original. But I did a good job. My favourite bit of Empire Strikes Back is when they are actually in the asteroid field. So, yeah, it plays absolutely fine, so that's an option. So yeah, I'm pretty good. Camera battery warning is already fucking flashing, innit? Asshole. See what else is in early arcade one then. Let's do alphabetical sort. Starfire is actually an arcade game. I played that, but I might play it again. There's a few of these skiing games, so I'll put the Commodore one on here. So we'll just try that one, I guess. Remember having a typing game for the VIC-20 for this kind of thing. Obviously character scroll. Never typed any in for the C64 though. I know there probably was at least one. With the car at the top of the screen and the road character scrolling up being a variation. Yeah, anyway, you obviously like the Matrix. I don't really care, mate. So what's going on now then? Another fucking shit menu. No. High score, reset, load. Something happens. I hate these kind of trainer options. Oh, Jesus Christ, fuck off. Need to find a PRG of this, but nope. No. I don't know what the rabbit is. Rabbit never appears. Apparently it's a thing. HAL Laboratory, aka Nintendo Computer Division, I should say. Space is not space. Fire is accelerate, but space would probably do it too. Does feel like a VIC-20 game, but it isn't anything like the VIC-20 ski games. Pushing it there. Done a bit of a Schumacher there. So the flags are animation. Oh, I went underneath the trees there. That was interesting. I won't be able to get that one, will I? That's random then. We didn't have that last time. I know it's flickering like crazy, but I can't really take my hands off the controls, can I? Let's try that now. Is that all the way to the... No. Apparently it's game over. Let's see if we can get another game in getting it. No, I'd never have had my C64 that dark. Maybe like that. Just a shit camera, mate. Bollocks. I shall be setting the screen to how I would have it. Now, I played Beaky and the Egg Snatchers not that long ago, and I was like, oh, what the fuck are you supposed to do? Didn't make any sense. But that's the only Joust version I had. But there's two others, Joust E or Joust A. Is Joust with an E on the end. Or this, Lancer Lord. These are the two options I remember from back there. I wasn't really a massive fan of Joust, so it don't really matter. Me not having one back then. Rubbish Spectrum screen. Rubbish for the Spectrum. I started the game yet. So we're on Flying Ostriches. Right, it's fire to flap your wings. Doesn't play very nice. See, if I could remember who did Joust E, you have to go and collect the eggings. I thought you had to collect the eggs. What's going on there then? Bollocks. No, Anakin, I have the higher ground. That's just as bad as the no business in the second of the prequels. Pre-cum shit, more like. Ah, come on. he lifted up at the last minute. Yeah, I'm not really a fan of joust games, and that's not even a good joust game. So I don't have Joust Day on here. I might have it in the by software publisher, but I don't know who does it, and there's no way for me to find out. My laptop doesn't go on the internet anymore, so therefore it's nothing more than a fucking massively oversized MP3 player for the cassette adapter. You see what's in early Arcade 3. Probably shouldn't mix this up. Maggot Mania was Commodore's answer to Mummy, I want to play Centipede. Even that's a bit too bright. Yeah. Joystick port one indeed. Well, it's better than Grid Runner. It's also more difficult, I guess. Maybe not though. Grid Runner is quite difficult. Hang on, did I die because I touched the mushroom? Yeah, that's bad. That is not good, mate. Let's see what the Atari Centipede is like. Loading up them britches. I believe that's from a South Park episode. I don't watch any cartoons anymore. I might watch Rick and Morty, and that's about it. I just have no interest in any cartoons now. I'm not millennial enough for that, so. Fuck, traffic again. There's been a lot of traffic today. Well, there's Crystal Castles, but yeah, Cauldron of Stardust doesn't come on the channel much, if at all, lately. I know he likes Crystal Castles. I don't know if anyone else who actually watches my channel likes it. Do we really need the instructions for this, mate? No, we don't. No. It's joystick port 2, that's weird. Yeah, so you can touch the mushrooms, so that's a bad show by Commodore. Commodore tape games were pretty shit. I can't line up with a fucking mushroom, see? Controls are too sensitive. Oh man, I knew there was a cassette case missing underneath here. There might even be more than one missing. There is not more than one missing. There we go. God damn it, we're supposed to start with it's not time for Galaga, because I haven't played Galaga yet, but it is time for Galaxian, because we've already played Zeros. What are the other games? Swoop, and is it Bat Attack? Bat Attack, innit? I know people hate this accent, but I'm not prepared to reveal my real accent just yet. Let's go with no for trainers. Right, well, that is where the thing is. I need to put a cassette or something there. Because with these games, you want to be checking. I need a double cassette. It's going to be iffy, as you can hear. There's another single cassette there. Yeah, where the Namco is, I think. Jesus, how many fucking big box games were there? For fuck's sake, right. There you go. Right, there we go. Right, so where it says bonus Galaxians Galaxians for 7,000 points. I believe the Namco could well be in the border, but let's do that then. Hey, not on that bit. Now we've got to set up the TV so it don't look like bullshit. Oh crap, it's going to be a problem now. Might help if I press the right button in it. There we go. There we go. I wonder if oh, already at almost dumb prick sugar levels of excessive contrast. Get on with it! I'm not even smoking at the moment. There you go, maximum colours. Maybe it come out alright. Maybe. Right, okay, so there we go, that's roughly where the thing is, right. Yeah, there you go. This is a good port. I'm committed to getting all of them for the 800 points. Right, yeah, so I was playing Galaga the other day. Shock horror, yeah, I know. And I noticed that they haven't used a sprite in the border at the bottom of the screen there. So you can barely see me actually. Me zooming the camera. Look at that skill, boy. You ain't got skills like that. Play Galaga and zoom the camera out. So yeah, I was like, well, the thing with all these games is the height of the screen affects the gameplay. So I would have loved this version back then. But by the time they discovered sprites in the border, I think Terra Crestra is one of the first games to do it. Ooh. They can't lose a life now. We just sorted them out whilst zooming the camera out. Oh, that was lucky. That was. Ah, come on. Just like my snooker playing. See, so fluky. This is such an easy one to get lost, and I mess it up. But that's the thing with this game. You can't, even on a 14-inch screen, let alone a 20-something inch arcade screen. Were they 22 or 20? You just can't look at your guy at the bottom, where the bullets are dropping, and where you're supposed to be aiming up the top. That's part of the difficulty of the game, and the challenge, and what gives you satisfaction. That's all about the Croydon branch. Again with the Croydon branch. So yeah, I mean, Galaxian is one game I didn't really play on the C64. I didn't know the Atari soft version was shit. So, you know, I couldn't tell you why. Maybe it was the price of the Atari soft cartridges. If they were like 30 quid, then no. You wouldn't pay 30 quid for a Galaxian in like 1984 when you could buy a Beachhead for 10 quid. You know, it just doesn't make sense. Blue Max, Sky Fox is 85. You know, things were moving on quickly, so I didn't really have any apart from Swoop by Micropower, which is, it's not really Galaxians. It's sort of like Galaxians, but it isn't. But this is good. Simply because someone who can put the sprite in the border is doing it. Ooh, Madam suits you in it. They're getting difficult. So yeah, I used to love playing Galaxian in the arcade. It's probably the first arcade game where I was like, wow, I wish I could own one of those. Now once you played Space Invaders a few times, you know, you really like, well, I like the additions that they made to the Atari release for the VCS. Well, and they are significant improvements on quite a simplistic game. I mean, it was great for the time, but very simple game. Because there's a random element to how the Galaxians, well, potentially random, how they actually swoop down and what formations, it is more interesting than Space Invaders. You can't really call it a knockoff, because the thing that's different is the thing that makes it great. I'm doing quite well here, but I don't know if we get a high score though. High score is already like 15,000 points. Oh, nah, I can't do it, mate. They have to be coming at the right time. So the trio, the trinity of aliens, and you have to get the yellow one last for maximum points anyway. So you might as well just take out as many as you can down here. But yeah, that's the thing. I was playing Galaga. I'm like, well, if they haven't put the sprite in the border, it will never play like the arcade. And I think I've reviewed Galaga, but someone said to me you should check out the latest version, and I did, and I lost a life, and we're doing so badly we're not even going to get on the high score thing. Unless that is the top high score. Ooh, they're getting really tricky now. Tricky dicky. Ooh, and they're swooping even more now. Ooh. Come on, mate. Yeah, this is a spot on update. Well, it's not update, you know what I mean. It's a spot on modern remake. You really can't fault this game. It's a fantastic game. And like I said, I would have loved this back then because I love Galaxian. But the problem is, by the time they discovered how to do sprites in the border and therefore give you more than 200 pixel high screen, yeah, I probably wouldn't be interested in playing Galaxian if I had to pay for it. Now, if something like this was on a free, you know, Zap or Commodore user, like cover tape, no, 1,580 short of the high score. Yeah, could be better. I think we're gonna have to play. Oh right, yeah, it was the high score, but I still got on the high score table. Well, you know it's me. I can't save to the high score, so file whatever. So there's that. Now I could potentially make a roll up if I get that right. And now it was in early arcade 2. Just been in there. I always forget when I first turn on the machine, but I'll work it out. See, now annoyingly I'm going to have to stitch this video to the last one. Well, the last two, otherwise it won't make sense. There you go. So this is Galaga version 1.05. This is the latest one. So I can't remember. Yeah, well, if I could angle the camera up more, then I'd know for sure. So that's the problem with all these games. If you don't do funny things like put sprites in the border, so you get at least 250 pixel high screen or something, it's not going to work. The arcade is like 270 something pixels high. Well, technically it's wide and the monitor's rotated on its side, but anyway. So, you know, if you have a 200 pixel high screen, you've only got 3/4 of the distance between you, which affects the gameplay, affects the difficulty, affects the challenge. You might as well not bother, mate, because, like I said, we've had sprites in the border since Terra Cresta. So, yeah, no, that's the most important thing. The first thing you should start is your sprites in the border routine. So, let's get the double Kisket. Well, I can see where the yeah, the starfield stops about there. So. Yeah, it's only just about in the border. Yes, I don't think it actually is. Nah, because I can see, because you won't be able to put it 8 pixels into the board. So yeah, look, the screen height is too short. It's a waste of time. They shouldn't have bothered, mate. That's just the end of it. Sprites in the border are nothing to do on the C64, and it's the only way you can replicate the Amstrad CPC advantage of having the ability to have, like, you know, 270 pixel high screens. Perfectly demonstrated in the phenomenal Mooncrester conversion for the Amstrad CPC. Would I do such a... well, I can't do something like this for the Amstrad because I don't have like an SD adapter for the Amstrad, so I can only load things in from tape, so yeah. So this isn't really going to be... I mean, it's better programmed than Zalaga, which is a BBC Micro port job, because everything moves around very chunkily. I'm not even bothering to play this, because, you know, if they'd done the respectful thing and had sprites in the border, yeah, maybe I'd have more love for this game, but if I was ever going to play this game, it would be on MAME with the USB joystick adapter, if I could get that. Yeah, it should be okay. There's only one fire button. You'll have to press the keyboard for like credits and stuff like that. So yeah, it plays absolutely fine, but you get 0 out of 10, mate, because it defeats the object of doing a game like this with a 200 pixel high screen. Rubbish. You can't replicate it. The sprites are the same size as the arcade, but you're 25 to 30% closer to the enemy, so you just haven't got the wiggle room, mate. There's no wiggle room going on in it. 75,000 is the top score in it. So I got no idea why one would be like that and the other not have sprites in the border, because it makes no sense. If you really love the game, then you would know that that's important. So I don't know what the reason behind not doing that was, but and Galaxians are slightly easier game because you get to fire multiple shots. You can't do that with Galaxian. Well, I'm racking up the points pretty well. I don't want to get hijacked, innit? Just have to keep firing off. And if they had built-in rapid fire, that might give them half a point, but they don't even have that, so. Rapid fire should be built into every game like this. It's as simple as that. Yeah, we're racking up the points. Let's check out Zaliga just out of interest now. Now I can stitch the bastard things together, and we can talk about the fact that we played Galaxians, Galaga. There's only really one version of Asteroids to play, and Space Invaders. And we'll play Sprite Invaders just in case, but it doesn't really matter. Whatever you do, unless it's a carbon copy of all 114 game variations VCS Space Invaders, it doesn't have to look like it, just has to have all those options, and yeah, it's neither here nor there. I mean, whether you bought the Commodore Avenger cartridge or the, you know, we ended up with a Livewire Invaders 64 illegal conversion also. Now where would it be? Yeah, because you only got a tiny bit of the screen that I can record on the bottom, so there you go. I think it's in here somewhere. I haven't got an aardvark directory, I don't think. I'll check. That of course is not here, is it? So we're going to have to do S for alphabetical sortage. Let's try in here then. Okay, well this is a bit of a problem. So, B directory. There's not in here. There's a Z directory in here. Not that kind of Z directory. Z means unknown, unsorted. Yeah, I bought a copy of Red LED on tape. And I found like the box, the cassette case. But there's no cassette in there. I'm like, what the hell's going on? Why wouldn't it be in there? It's not like I played it for hours and hours. Yeah, we haven't done Aardvark yet, so that's a massive. I hate going in this directory. We're gonna have to split it down a bit. Yeah, no, I don't have them. So same people who did Frack, I think. Well, on the BBC they're the same. I think. Oh, that's interesting. That kind of fucks me a bit, didn't it? I should have shoved it in old root or something where I knew I'd be able to find it, but yeah, it's been in there. Well, it's on the thing, I know it is. So, and there's at least 2 copies of it somewhere on the SD drive, so. Very annoying. I'm sure one of the directories was multiple Zs showing. There you go, I told you. Oh, Jesus Christ. I don't even know where that is now. Good thing I got it recording in it. So, I played Galaga on the BBC at school. I had no idea that it was a BBC micro port job like a fire track. So I didn't buy it for that reason. The reason I didn't buy it is probably because I don't really like Galaga. If it was a Galaxian clone, maybe I would have given it a go. But it's hard to remember. For all I know, back then I might have thought in 1984, well, yeah, I don't think so, mate. I don't want to buy the bloody Galaxian games. What is this? 1979? Get on with Lord of West 2 or something like that. That's probably my attitude in the mid-80s. That shit loaded yet. Oh, the screen's gone black. That's just great, isn't it? Is it still loading? No. There you go. Another shit fucking screen, innit? Alright, I'll do a roll up while the Sprite Invaders loads. Because I believe that is the ultimate Space Invaders clone. That's what I've been told. Yeah, your ship moves fine. They kind of move like character moves, but they move fast as well, so I have to wait for the thing. So what's going on here, mate? Looks like it's crashed to me. Give me a chance to read the fucking said well, ah, Jesus Christ, come on, mate. Right, okay. How do I start the game? One. Return to start game. Are we in joystick mode though? Who knows, mate? It could be the wrong joystick. Yeah. No, it is keyboard mode. So I need the light on to fucking. I ain't even got a light to make. Right, okay. See, we need to see the J key. And that's the thing. Fucking look, mate. It's not a fucking BBC Micro piece of shit with them fucking dildo joysticks. No, sir. Now fucking get on with it, mate. Joystick, one, and fucking stop. Goddamn cocksucker. I fucking hate games that do that. Yeah, look, they fly about so fucking fast, it's ridiculous. I don't think I selected auto fire, but they don't fire at you, so it's kind of like a chance stage, I guess. Yeah, no, it's not brilliant. They're moving in like too many like large jumps. I know they're character graphics, so I think they're a bit smaller on the BBC. So I don't know what it was with Aardvark games ending up with massive fucking graphics on the C64 for some weird reason. Yeah, that's rubbish. Sprite Invaders it is then. So Galaga is shit. And one of the reasons why it's shit is because you got Zerons. It's not really. Yeah, it's more Galaxian, but I don't know. There's loads of like similar games. Maybe not an exact. I don't think Atari actually did Galaga. So here we go, Sprite Invader Ruchios. There's one large directory, mate. There you go. So yeah, we'll check this out and yeah, we'll be done with it. I suppose if the video is long enough, I'll just call this part 2, innit? Still loading. Right. It's a good thing brown and green go. Why have you shit yourself on your green suede wingback chair? Yeah, anyway. Actually, I need a lighter. This isn't going to go well. Now, of course, Space Invaders should always be played whilst having a smoke. This is de rigueur, sir. De rigueur, yes, I know I sound a bit like Arthur Daly speaking French, but no, they're not. Well, definitely the full board are being used here. I can see that. Whether I can see my cigarette, not to light my fucking moustache. Right. There we go. It should be 13 across. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, so it's not the full thingy. So, you know, it's a bit more colourful than Invaders 64. Is it better than Avenger? Even though they've got loads of things in the border, I don't know if your turret is in the border. couldn't say. Because the missiles coming down could be sprites, so... I have you now. Yeah, I'm not getting any Star Wars kind of feeling playing this game. So... yeah, it's almost too much close to like Invaders 64 by Livewire. Okay. Masterclass that later in it. So there's nothing wrong with it, but then like I said, it's not like, oh well, 40 years later I can play this instead of Invaders 64 or Avenger. No. Now what would be impressive is if you had a high resolution FLI picture of the arcade backdrop and racing the beam, 13 hardware sprites on the line for the actual Invaders and rasters for any colour changes. Now that's what I would expect 40 years later, not this. Yeah, no, you're not really missing out on anything, mate. So, yeah, we've done Galaga, we've done Zalaga, we've done the rest of the stuff before. It's only like, yeah. The other one was like 1 hour 15 minutes, this is 33, so... So yeah, Xerons is good. Invaders 64 is not bad at all, which is the one I had. Never had a Galaxian clone. But Xerons, it would have been appreciated at the time. I never had Pac-Man, but for me, Munch Mania by Mastertronic was more than enough. $1.99 spent on a Pac-Man game. It was good enough, mate. I didn't really give two shits about getting the Atari Soft official version, which isn't that brilliant. It's okay. It's better than Sprite Man and Chomper and shit like that. Never had any kind of Asteroids game on my C64 except for Mega Apocalypse maybe, and that's nothing like an Asteroids game. I did have Crazy Comics, yeah, my mate copied that. I was on a tape with Evil Dead and Kickstarter 2 and possibly some other things. And it was a very colourful, garish, typical 80s blank cassette. I think it was Boots. It had like purple, yellow and turquoise bits on the clear case. Anyway. But yeah, I didn't really have that, and yeah, no. So, but looking back, you could have had Xerons, you could have had Munch Mania, or Atari Soft Pac-Man, or Puck-Man, wherever that was sold by, however you got it. Asteroids is really the only one that's missing, so that's not bad for the C64. Now, other computers have better versions of other games, like the BBC Micro had Meteors, which I believe is Acorn Soft. Acorn Soft, as you guessed, is an official, software arm of Acorn Computers. They just about ripped off every arcade game you could imagine. And in fact, Defender was flying so close to the sun that they got burnt. And the programmer was told to write Defender for Atari Soft. Yeah. Oh, we got decent Defenders. Asteroids is really the only one that's missing, I would say. Going to the arcades, 1970s. Battle Chopper is sort of like Xerions, but it's not really the same. But it's the kind of game you would have got later on, like 82 sort of era in the arcade. So, yeah, I think you would have been quite happy. I mean, I haven't even gone through the rest of the stuff. There's loads of games to go through, innit?